Hi everyone, I'm Echoes. I'm a Vtuber, and I'll be going over episode 12 of Mecha-Ude, where we pretty much get the finale of the series. Not too much stuff happens here, but in a way it is considered to be a conclusive ending for now. So yeah, let's get started. So in the beginning, we kind of get a flashback of where Tsukihito, who is Yakumo's older brother, is kind of just listening to his cronies talk. He's hearing how his subordinates are like, oh, he can't even leave an heir, so he's a failure because, he's sick and stuff. He should just die. And then Fist is like, they're your family, why do they hate you so much? And he's like, I'm the oldest, but I've been frail. So since Yakumo managed to grow the business, they want him to take over. Being as the eldest, I'm in the way. So it's like a whole thing about inheritance and stuff. Could it be that you also hate your family? Like Yakumo? And then he's like, Tsukihito's like, no, I don't hate my brother. Yakumo was able to use my research to bring prosperity to the city. Honestly, I want to thank him. And then Fist is like, before I came to the world, I was given the role to lead our kind to my little brother Alma. I believe that was the most logical and best decision, but I can't help but wonder if I had continued to lead them as I did in the past, maybe something could have been different. And then you can see Tsukihito is like, I'm going to continue researching Ordella and cure this ailment of mine. I will save your kind no matter what. And you will save your kind no matter what. We will support our little brothers as older brothers, no matter what kind of obstacles you face. And then we get Tsukihito trying to save his brother using fists because Alma was disconnected by the end. And he removes Fist from himself and attaches him to Yakumo to try to save him. And he's like, Fist, you need to live and see our promise through. And then now we go back to the present where they're fighting against each other. So, and looks like they're trying to force Fist to undo a Fist derise. So, in a way, like, to be honest, like, I don't really like this fight scene. I don't find it that interesting. It's kind of like flat for some reason. It's just a lot of punching and stuff, so I don't find it the most interesting. But one part I do find interesting is that both Fist and Hikaru both have like their, the brothers have their swing arms, and they also have wings in order to help them fly through the air. And then you can see Fist activates this Arbitrum amplifier. He's going to spread Ordella throughout the world, to help our brethren evolve, and then, I'm going to stop you, blah, blah, blah. I also do like there's a few times when Jun tries to take control to speak with Hikaru. Like, whenever this green hair appears, he's trying to take control back for a little bit. And it's like, and then almost like, why are you doing this? You have no idea why Tsukihito and Yakumo died. And then looks like long ago they tampered with Ordella in the records in the experiment, and it was a huge disaster. So essentially they tampered with the records, they led to the two brothers dying. And then he reveals that Tsukihito and Yakumo were killed by the cronies of the Kagami Group because they wanted, them to die so they could take power, blah, blah, blah. And then he says, doesn't that make you hate the humans, Alma? And then Hikaru speaks like, you're right, humans are hopeless, right? But even so, they're still able to move forward. They're able to move on from the past. And then he mentions like, aren't you the one who can't move forward because you're trapped in the past? Which makes sense because in a way he was grieving for Tsukihito the entire time, Fist specifically, but just never got over it. It's like, I'm being logical, you never escape the truth, I'll rule over humans. And like, how can you still stay with humans even if they killed Yakumo? It's not also all humans, it's just those people. He's also generalizing humanity as a whole. He knows this though. And then Hikaru returns like, I know that Yakumo and Tsukihito never would have wanted this. Then he's right. So. And then Jun is like, if you got time to worry about me, kick this thing's ass. He comes back. And they fight a bit more. One with frail body, despised by his family. Why does someone like him have to die? They're being sort of controlled by their emotions. And then he was like, why do you keep humans by your side? You love humans so much you can't contain it. Isn't that contradiction what's plaguing you? Can't leave Fist alone anymore. So here they make the decision to try to save him. Which is, in reality, what they're not trying to destroy. They just want him to eventually find a place to grieve, essentially. He never had an opportunity to, like Alma did. And then they punch him one last time, and then Fist is the rise and remove, and he knows, like, oh, and he knew it, like, there's no that way that he would ever wanted this. In a way, Fist did everything good to try to achieve his dream, right? Also because Tsukihito also told him, let's work on this together. But with Tsukihito dead, there was only one person left to do it, and then he had to do it by himself. And then his brother saves him, which I think is quite beautiful here. And then we get kind of like a continuation where where other people are part of this group that has like the Amaryllis Mecha-Ude type, worm type. And then they use modified shackles, which from Ordella is pretty dangerous, blah, blah. And then that guy beats up this dude because reasons. And then the other Kagami stops him. And then Ayumi and Tus are kind of helping out. It's kind of nice we get more of their personalities a bit more. And it's like, why do they do the small guys and stuff? And then they hope that they could help heal Corrects. That there's a way to restore cores, which is good. And this guy, of course, only wants Aki, which makes sense. And then these are apprehending more of the Amaryllis whatevers. And then they call this guy Jun's like babysitter, which is funny. And then they kind of continue where underground organization has been using Mecha-Ude to commit countless crimes called Heterocrown. They're a newly formed organization growing rapidly. Originally it was Fist and Amaryllis pulling the strings, but we're the ones that let it happen. From now on, we'll be the new Kagami Group that will carry on Yakumo and Tsukihito's legacy. And then he also find it funny that Jun is like, as the new Kagami Group special director of Mecha-Ude restoration, I order that the president be dismissed. I think he took over from his brother because his brother took all the burden, so he kind of wants, forcibly put in responsibility on himself. And now they're all gathering, and then they actually create a portal back to the Mecha-Ude world somehow, because this has been a time skip, right? So I'll mention some qualms about it at the end. And then Hikaru and Alma say goodbye. And then Alma leaves, and then we get kind of like in the ending scene, we kind of gotta get a few moments afterwards where Hikaru graduates, get some stuff involving the Kagami Group in arms, having a karaoke night. You also get a little view of the opening MV, which is nice. And then we get this guy who, I don't know, he removed his hat, and I guess, I don't know, there's something weird about his face I can't tell here. Was he like someone else the entire time, or? I don't really know, but maybe that's something that we continue in the next season if they do decide to do it. Then you can see Aki and Hikaru on a date at the amusement park and eating lots of food. And then more of this group enjoying their time at a cultural festival. Aki and Fubuki helping deal with all the remnants of Amaryllis. And then that guy, I guess a descendant of the people who originally killed Aki, is that Aki? No. It's Tsukihito and Yakumo, perhaps, and then that other guy going through the portal, which is good. That means that they could travel back and forth, supposedly. It doesn't seem to be one way. And then they get captured by this mysterious group in the other world. So that's kind of interesting. It's kind of cool that they're humanoid, and perhaps this is implications of another season if they decide to continue it. Because it looks like these are the Mecha-Ude people, I guess. And then I guess Alma comes to visit Hikaru here. And then now Alma is and Jun are going through the portal. So yeah. Interesting implication. Then I like this ending scene where you get Hikaru, Aki, and Jun all together as yellow, green, and blue. Sorry, yellow, red, and green. Correction. But yeah, and then we kind of get this really nice sequence at the end where Hikaru helps the lady who was pregnant before and gives her his seat, which is quite a poetic thing because before he never was able to really put out the initiative because he was so nervous, but now he has the confidence to move forward. So yeah. Overall, I thought this is pretty good. I think I still have some of my qualms. It's mostly just the battle is a little flat. I think I would have liked it to be a bit more dynamic, and also would have liked a bit more of a smoother transition to the flash forward we got, where Mecha-Ude and humans are living together in harmony, or trying to live in harmony, but it comes with problems, of course. But regardless, I think overall, I think it's a relatively solid ending. I guess this entire series around a 7. I think I would not give it an 8. But I think it was enjoyable overall. So I think it is worth watching. I feel like there's definitely some room for improvements, but also we may possibly get another season. So if they ever decide to continue, especially with the relationship between the humans and the Mecha-Ude and the Mecha-Ude world, and then or the Mecha-Ude influencing humans via the that new group. So yeah, new underground group. So yeah, we'll see how things go. And then it looks like Fist is, I guess, resting. I think he'd probably need a rest after being dealt with a lot of trauma. So yeah, but regardless, overall enjoyed it. I'm glad I watched the series. It's probably the one of the more enjoyable shows I've watched in a while. So yeah, I think that's all for me. Thank you so much for watching if you went this far. So yeah. Hopefully we get some more good series next year. I'm hoping there's more for me to react to. So yeah, especially the Gundam G Crux. Yeah. So hopefully get some more news of that next year. I don't think it's gonna be. They never announced an airing date, so maybe once the theatrical release is announced, they'll announce it. But I'm hoping next year, so there's a bit more hot series. So yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much. Have a good rest of your day, and hope you enjoy. Also have lovely holidays too if you celebrate.